we talking about this foundation? The truth is, we love E.L.F cosmetics, right? Like, we do. The only issue is there really aren't a lot of dark skin friendly, non-powder E.L.F complexion products that we can actually use. We love the camel concealers. They work really, really well. So whenever I saw that E.L.F Cosmetics had actually come up with a new foundation called Soft Glam Satin Foundation, and I saw the shade range on it, I was very excited to try it. So we're going to be trying this out. I'm just very interested in seeing which one of these foundations will match my skin. I want to know what it looks like on. I want to know what it looks like blended in. And in the end, I just want to know if E.L.F actually did an inclusive right out of the gate foundation range. First things first, this foundation is $8. It's medium buildable coverage. It's a satin finish. It's hydrating. It's long lasting. And they're saying it's great for oily, dry, and combination skin. Like, this is a lot to claim for an $8 foundation. I just want to know what it looks like on. The craziest thing is there are 36 shades of this foundation. I counted. I have the 3 deepest shades here, if I'm not mistaken. I picked up 65, 64, and 63. This is the shade 65. Okay, we're going to start with the shade number 65. I was a bit worried that it wasn't going to do what it was supposed to do, but okay, but it's actually looking really, really good. Okay, let's go in with the shade number 64, and 64 is the second deepest shade. I was starting to actually be scared, thinking that the shades that I had picked were going to not work because they were going to be entirely too deep for my skin tone, but it's looking like it's following along the regular lines of foundation shades that we generally see on the market. Okay, and this is the shade number 63. This is the third deepest shade that they have to offer. If I don't use this shade, I don't know that I will be able to use this shade. Which shade do you think actually matches my skin tone? It's definitely looking like 65 might actually match the deeper parts of my face. I don't know about it matching the lighter parts of my face. 64, the tone of it, at least on my skin tone, is not looking very good. I feel like 64 should actually have been reversed with 63. Let's do a little blendy blend action. Gonna try the shade 65. 65 is definitely pulling a lot deeper than I thought it would. Ooh, 64 is it kind of disappearing? No. 64 is looking a bit ashy on though. Middle shade is gone. Blending 63 in. I don't know. 63 might actually be the better match for my skin tone. And then 65 might be entirely too neutral for me or too dark for my skin. Oh. Do I have 2 foundations in this range? I don't know. Oh, it feels so nice. It looks creamy on, but then once you blend it in, it actually feels very nice. Do they oxidize? I don't know. But 65 matches like the deeper parts of my face, and 63 matches another part of my face. 64 is not anything that I can use because the undertone of it it looks entirely too neutral for my skin tone. I just want to blend these in before we go in and choose which one to use. I don't want to make a mistake and use the wrong one and then be upset that it doesn't look good and doesn't match my skin. Ooh. I don't mind 65 though. 65, if used properly, can actually do something to the skin. And 63 might end up being the better match for the skin. Okay, we're gonna go in with 63. I think 63 is the best of both worlds right now. It is not too light. It's not pulling entirely too red. And even though it's warm, it's not pulling too red. And the shade on it is pretty. So it looks like I could probably make 2 of these work. But as of today, I want to go with the best possible match, and that is shade number 63. First things first, we're going in with a poreless putty primer. Next, I'm going in with a gel primer. Next, because I have oily skin, I'm going in with a powder. My skin is prepped, so we're going in with this foundation. This is the shade number 63 because the shade number 64 was not given. It just wasn't that girl. I'm also hoping that this shade doesn't come out looking too bright on the skin. I'm just gonna pat it everywhere first before we go ahead and blend it in. Because of the prep that we did, I don't want to drag anything on my skin. If I do that, it's actually gonna ruin the primer base that we put down. I'm not gonna go in and color correct anything. I'm just applying the foundation directly to my skin, and if I need more to try to color correct any parts of my face, I will then go in and do that. Also, this is a satin finish product, which means that it's not going to be too mattifying, it's not going to be too hydrating, but it's going to give that perfect flawless look to the skin. Think of the NARS foundations. Okay, this was the shade. Okay, E.L.F, like, wow, it looks really good. How come nobody's talking about this foundation? Unless they like talked about it and I missed it. The tone on this is beautiful. I think I built it up very nicely, but I'm also gonna just concentrate right here on this spot to try to hide it a little bit more. Just putting the foundation directly on it, and I'm not gonna try to blend it out entirely too much. Making sure I get some around my lips, my nose, the corner of your nose. Make sure you're moving the nose so that you can get the product exactly where you need it to go. This foundation is looking really good, and I haven't put anything else on it. This is a warm foundation, but it's not making me look too red, and generally I am in neutral on whatever shade range I try because it has the perfect balance. But this warm foundation is looking really good. I know when I go over it with my concealer, it's gonna look really... This is my finished look using the E.L.F Soft Glam Satin Foundation. Honey, my skin is looking so good. The shade of the foundation I did not think was going to work. It worked very nicely. It looks really good. Satin finished, gorgeous foundation. We used the shade 63 in creating this look. We're definitely going to have to blot our face at some point in this whole situation. It says that it's long lasting, so I'm gonna keep it on for at least the next 4 hours so we can see what my oils look like, which at that point I will be blotting my face. We want to know how much or if the shade or tone of this foundation will change on my face as the day goes on, because the way that it's looking right now, it's matching everything so effortlessly, so beautifully. My face does not look entirely too bright for my look, and I am here for it. Okay, let me know down below in the comments what you think before we go into our wear test. The time is now 5:36. I am starving, so I'm gonna get something to eat, do a few things around the house, and I'll come back so we can see what my skin is looking like. Hey guys, this is what my face is looking like. The time is now 10:16. The foundation, however, has not moved from my skin. I need a lip thing. I was supposed to put a lip balm or something on. I'm gonna put the Rem Beauty lip balm on. This lip balm is so good, and it doesn't have any black shades that will be... I really like it. The foundation did not change tones on me. This is literally how I left my studio. The same. It didn't get brighter, it didn't get darker. It looks really good. So yeah, I will definitely go ahead and recommend this foundation to you. E.L.F Cosmetics, you definitely did something with these foundations. Gorgeous finish, gorgeous staying power, long wearing, I believe it. And even though it doesn't say that it controls oil, it definitely worked really well with my oil controlling primer base that I did. Let me know down below in the comments if this video helped you decide on whether or not to pick up the brand new E.L.F Cosmetics Soft Glam Satin Foundation. Let me know which shade you're going to be picking up. If you already tried it, which shade did you get? Let the girls know, okay? Thank you so much for watching. Love you lots, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.